Hello, I'm Dr. Russell Dawn, President of Concordia University Chicago. Thank you for tuning in to today's Cougar Athletics broadcast. We take great pride in the strength of both our athletic and academic programs, which are rooted in our steadfast commitment to Jesus Christ. Dedicated to the liberal arts as a foundation of a high-quality college degree, we believe education should form individuals for service to their neighbors. This makes Concordia Chicago an exciting and fulfilling place to study, work, learn, and grow. Learn more today by visiting cuchicago.edu. Thank you, and go Cougars!
Another edition of Coaches Weekly. My name is Alan Mateo, and for the first time this season, I'm joined by head men's volleyball coach Greg Manos. Welcome back, Coach. How are you feeling?
I'm good. Happy to be here.
Yeah, and it's excited to have you back on the show. Obviously, you guys were probably my favorite team from last season to follow and to cover. You guys had a really, really cool run last season, and before we get into your match tonight against Illinois Wesleyan, let's do a little bit of a recap from last season. You guys won 12-15 overall. 6-6 in conference play for a good and 7th in the NAC. But we could probably speak, both of us, that record really did not show the kind of team that you guys were last season. You guys were ahead in a lot of statistical categories, top 5 in the NAC, and opponents' hit percentage, kills, digs, assists. And you guys really played well, especially towards the latter half of the second half of the season. And obviously, conference play did not start the way you guys wanted to. You guys won at Rockford and then ended up dropping the next 5 in conference, but then stormed back to win 5 in a row and capped off by that incredible game against Dominican that allowed you guys to get into the playoffs. But over that time, you guys really were able to mold into a different team, a different identity, just be able to kind of come together in a sense. And within that, you guys had a young roster last season, for the exception of a few guys such as Tyler Hollaback, Eli Mosher, and Van Gator, who are coming back this season as well. Those are 3 of your veteran presidents who are also been historically some of the best players in CUC's program history. But you also have some of your other key contributors that were younger: Martian Hoffman, Jackson Stella, Leon Guzowski, who defensively was incredible for you guys last season, and also Alex Ford, who was your all-conference freshman last season. So just how excited does that make you feel as a coach, knowing that you have all these guys returning, not just this core, but just overall your entire roster for another year?
Yeah, it's been extremely exciting. Last year we knew we had a lot of talent, but like you mentioned, we were very, very young. So relative to the teams we played in our conference, our conference is very good consistently. So I think you'll see that even though our record finished in a middle of the pack spot as far as our conference record, like you said, our second half of the season was outstanding. And you saw their growth, their development. They really started to come out of their shell. And with us only graduating 1 player from last year and retaining everyone else, plus the addition of 4 outstanding freshmen, we're ready to take the next step forward. So for us, it's just been making sure in practice that we're progressing consistently, that we're making higher IQ moves, and it's been really neat to see, like you mentioned, some of those younger guys are really developing their game, and then some of those older guys are just being rocks. They're consistent, they're steady, and that combination has put us in a really just competitive position heading into this season. And we know, similar to last season, where if we can continue to make progress, we're going to be a team to watch for sure.
And to build on top of that, like you said, last season was a lot of promise, a lot of potential. That was a big thing that you spoke on a lot about last season. But you're able to see that this group could produce results.
Yes.
And so I just wanted to just ask you, just what is the difference that you're already seeing from this group this year compared to last season, like in terms of maybe maturity or just their sense of how they go about it? Just has there been something notable already?
They know what they want and they know how to put in the work. So it's just making the shift as a group of how we can attain it. So whether it was in the fall, in whether the weight room, or off-season training in the summer, as far as just them being proactive with getting touches, with really building themselves to be in a better position just overall, physically, mentally, and emotionally. And then also just understanding their team dynamic and goals early on. I think we've challenged them in practice, and whether they've succeeded or failed, they've been able to bounce back better as a unit each time. So this early in the season, it's really neat to see that quick adjustment, that quick twitch, where we know once we get into games and there's unknown and other variables, they're going to be a lot more flexible and adaptable based on their surroundings.
Yeah, and of course, and kind of want to talk to you about the new guys that you got coming in, the freshmen that you have. Obviously, there's a big group focus on the returners that you have, and obviously that's going to be one of your focal point for this season, right? But how are the new guys coming in, meshing not only with the guys, the returners, but just with everything you've been implementing in practice and also in your scrimmages?
Yeah, it's been neat where we had our freshmen come back in the summer. So even though they technically hadn't started school yet, they were helping out with our kids camp. They were helping out with things on campus for that week when we had our grass tournament. So just being acclimated to the team, working with our women's program, it was definitely in a welcoming environment where on day one, they weren't kind of dropped in the pool necessarily. They were familiar with a lot of pieces here as far as the admin, the team, and then some other familiar faces on campus. As far as fitting in, that's been no question. It's been neat to see them just feel comfortable and get molded with the group. But on court, that's been the neat thing where their addition has been a big change in practice, where all of a sudden they're new, they're fresh, they're ready to go, and they're ready to challenge our guys. And it's been neat to see them push everyone, but at the same time, right, learn quickly, because it's a big adaptation to the college level in any capacity. Watching their progress in the fall has been monumental, and we're stoked about them, not only short terms in terms of what they're able to produce and do today, but knowing that in a couple of years too, they're going to pave the path for more success within the program as time goes on.
No, of course. And you guys have been able to play a few exhibition matches before your matchup tonight. And so how have you been feeling about those, just being able to get everybody obviously acclimated and be able to just see what kind of things have been going on? How do you feel like it allows the fellas to get the nerves out already? Just what is your takeaway from those exhibition games?
Yeah, we wanted to challenge ourselves early. That's always a big part of our preseason process, just so that we can know what we need to work on, where we stand, and how we can improve. It's nice sometimes to walk into things and play teams that we feel maybe we can just get something under our belt as far as a win or an accomplishment. But for us, we wanted to go hard. So we played that VLA team 630 Breeze, where you're playing semi-pro athletes in the sense that they came here, and it was a neat opportunity to watch, hey, these are guys who have done this and been through this routine and have excelled, in the past and are better now as far as their skill set. And then just playing an NAI program that we normally wouldn't see, that challenged us in different ways, that we're very friendly with and comfortable going to their place. So we wanted to make sure we could throw different variables at them, and this way we're able to watch a lot of film. We're able to get everyone a lot of court time just so they can see their focus areas and their development as far as what they've done between the fall and the spring. And then also just have that moment, right? We put the jersey on, we're playing with officials, we're playing some real teams where we know these teams that we were playing in the preseason would be top half of our conference. We're in a really good position, if not higher. So we're able to see what guys can do, but then also just make sure we're testing ourselves consistently. So when we get to our schedule, we're familiar with this process and level of play.
Yes, sir. And speaking of that now, you guys will be able to officially do that for real tonight here in Geisman at 7 p.m. against Illinois Wesleyan. And historically, they have taken the matchup against you guys the first 3 times you guys have played them. And I remember from speaking from them last year, you said that this was a strong physical group, that a lot of length, just were able to create just a lot of different matchups against you guys. But now with the big theme of you guys are now being a year older, you guys have seen them, and you feel that this group is definitely a little bit more mature from last season. How do you think that, especially with them coming here now, what do you feel will allow this group to have more success against the Illinois Wesleyan group?
So I think that maturity part, like you mentioned, is going to allow us to be more adaptable. And that's part of the week 1 challenge, is we can draw things up as far as what they tend to do systematically. But just between their guys getting better or switching their depth chart or guys graduating, right, there's always going to be change heading into the first couple weeks of the season. So we have a good outline after practicing this week of what we're expecting as far as some key things they'll consistently do, especially the systematic part where whether it's their tempo, whether it's their defensive positioning, right, they're pretty good about staying steady with those pillars or staples within the program. And we're excited. We're playing a program that's ranked pretty high, generally speaking, in the men's volleyball world, and we know this is a good pacemaker where it's going to force us to make sure we're on our top of our game, and also recognizing that they do things a little bit differently than us. So it'll put us in a position to start a certain way, be able to see where we're at, and then just have to change as time goes on. And that'll be the difference in this game between both sides is when it's good comp against good comp, who's able to adapt and make sure we're consistently achieving those milestones rather than just kind of going back to old habits.
Yes, sir. And I'm excited to watch you guys tonight as, you know, this is the season opener. So it's exciting times here at CUC. And for more coverage on that, you can go to cucougars.com. We play tonight at 7 p.m. against Illinois Wesleyan here in Geisen Gymnasium. Once again, my name is Al Mateo, joined by Coach Greg Manos. And as always, go Cougars.
What's going on, Cougar Nation? I'm Dave Dimling here, accompanied by Elliot Higgins. We got a great contest right here amongst Illinois Wesleyan, the Titans versus your Concordia Chicago Cougars. It's opening day for both teams. Let's get things underway right here with Brendan Ryder to kick off the season. Mosher setting up Stella. And that's your first point of the 2026 season, and it belongs to J.R. Stella on the kill. Stella serving it away. Strong serve right there, but recovered nicely. Gato will set things up for Hollaback. Hollaback strong swing. And wow, great kill right there. Kujella getting things going for the Titans. And it'll be Jace Milka to send it away here. A little too much juice right there and a little bit far right. Cougars will take the point. And with that being said, Alex Ford will check in for Van Gato. Anzenberger Shea to serve it. Another strong swing right there for Kujella. Rolling. Gato, Mosher. Set up for Armstrong. Good block right there. Armstrong and Ford all over that one. So they find the answer right there for Kujella. The grad student Hollaback will serve things here for the Cougars. Picked up in that front row, set up nicely. The Titans will pick up that one. One thing you can kind of notice pretty early on, Elliot, is the Titans are going to be going for Kujella a lot, but now that he's in the back row, they're going to have to find somebody else. Mosher setting up Armstrong. Little mistimed there. There's a big swing, but it's blocked. A little bit of a misplay right there for the Cougars, and the Titans will take care of it. Mosher setting up a back row attack for Stella right there, and it works to perfection. Strong swing right there. Get the Cougars back.
One thing you notice, Dave, is with the CUC volleyball team, you'll see that almost all of, if not all of their offense is back. So you'll be seeing a lot of the same guys on the court this year.
Absolutely. That's kind of one of the things that we noticed. They only graduated Sean Beckman and only brought in one player, that being Wyatt Anzenberger Shea. Two, excuse me, as well as Avery Ekstrom. Anzenberger Shea getting the start today. But other than those two players, I mean, it is a completely identical roster to last year. Other than Beckman, of course, graduating. He only played 4 sets all of last season. So for the most part, nothing's really changing out there as far as the dynamic and the chemistry that they got going. As Williams sends that one over to Gato. Mosher setting up Ford. Going to have to go for a tip play there. Hollaback gets to Mosher. Big swing from Stella. Another one for Stella. Oh, my. Just keep feeding him right there. He's going to love it all day long. That's one of those players that the Cougars are going to want to get hot early on in this contest. Stella able to bring so much emotion to that entire offense overall. He's able to take those big swings. That's something you can expect to see, not just today, but all season long. There's a good swing right there. Jace Milka. Dylan Quinn getting to serve things here for the Titans. Unfortunately, into the net. Cougars will take it. Cougars setter Eli Mosher. Strong float right there. And a big swing right there. Gavin Rowling getting things going. Brendan Ryder will check back in. Getting ready to serve it up here. Oh, good set right there. And Wyatt Anzenberger Shea will pick it up right there to knock things back up at 7 apiece.
That right there is going to be the first kill for.
Yeah, Anzenberger Shea picking up his first collegiate kill right there. Gonna expect him to get a handful more throughout today. There's a good swing right there by Milka. You know, sometimes, Elliot, it's not about the power or the finesse. Sometimes it's just using those blockers to your advantage, take advantage of them. If they're not lined up correctly, you can kind of just play it off of them and get it to go out of play. Mosher's setting up Hollaback. Great diving effort right there. And Williams sends that one back in. Unable to pick it up, though, right there is Ryder. That one served into the net. Important note as well, these teams faced off last year early on in the season as part of that non-conference play, and that was down in Bloomington, Illinois. Illinois Wesleyan taking care of business. That one served out. Just a little bit too much sauce on that one. Illinois Wesleyan comfortably won last year, 3-0. All sets were pretty close. Cougars were able to score 20+ in all 3 sets, but even still, Wesleyan was in a lot of control overall. As the Cougars win that race to 10, putting them up 10-9. Hollaback will try to keep things going. Good swing right there. Quinn catching the defense. A little off guard, and that'll knock things back up at 10. Kujella serve things away. Good topper right there. Mosher tries to get to it and does. Armstrong's just going to have to send a free ball over. Big swing right there, but it's denied at the net. They're going to set up Williams. Williams, another one of those really strong players that Wesleyan was able to bring back. Wesleyan, similar to CUC, was able to bring back a plethora, not only of offensive powerhouses, but also on that defensive well. And Bryce Williams is one of those catalyst players that you can expect to see all day long for the Titans. Another back row attempt right there. Cougars thought they had a touch at the net on behalf of the Titans, but no call right there, so the Titans will take advantage of that one. Gugel will look to keep things going and try to maybe add to this 2-point lead they got so far. Late decision right there by Hollaback's going to cost him a point. That'll make things 13-10 as the sophomore Kujella looking to keep it going. Stella getting low. Mosher setting up Ford. Big swing right there for Ford. Beautiful design right there. Caught the Titans completely off guard. That'll send Armstrong to the server's line. Williams. Oh, beautiful play by Armstrong. Mosher, sets up Stella. That's another kill for Stella. Quickly adding to his day. It's his 4th kill of the night already. just off the line right there for Armstrong. And that'll send it over to Williams of the Titans to send things away here. Williams, one of those guys who had a very strong season, as mentioned earlier, placing himself 4th in the program record for single season points. I mean, what a strong player that you can expect to see all day long as the Titans pick up another point right there.
As we said with the CUC team, Illinois Wesleyan also returned almost all of their offense. So this is a pretty similar matchup lineups-wise to what we saw last year.
Absolutely. Mosher setting up Ford again. Big swing right there. You can see the emotion from Ford as he'll take the rock going back to that server's line.
Yeah. We saw a lot of Alex Ford last year as a freshman. Ended up being an honorable mention all-conference for the NAC. So expect to see him better than ever tonight.
You talk about freshmen. There's another one right there. Hansenberger Shea denying that one at the net. I mean, you can just kind of see the way these guys all play off each other so far for the boys in white. CUC looking pretty strong so far, only chasing one at the moment. Another good serve right there from Ford. Oh my, but an even better one right there for Milka. Mosher setting up his favorite guy so far, Stella, but it's just going to be a little bit to the left. Just trying to be a little too perfect right there. Quinn trying to keep things rolling. Nice topper right there. Mosher sets up Hollaback. Beautiful swing right there into the blockers.
Hollaback's another one of those guys that was on all-conference for the NAC last year. He was first team, and he's been here a while, and we look to see a lot out of him this year.
Absolutely. Hollaback, one of those key grad students. There's a big swing right there. Aiden Provost getting his name in that stat sheet. Yeah, absolutely. You kind of mentioned Tyler Hollaback, one of those grad students. I mean, it's not something you see too often, but when you do, typically those grad students are able to just provide so much help to a team. As there's another big swing for Stella. I think one of the things that you can see for this Cougar offense and Cougar defense is just you already know all the names. You know who you can expect to count on this season, and that's kind of one of those things that you're looking for, and it makes it so much easier, a lot of reassurance. You know who the guys are already on day one. I mean, we're opening day, and you can already kind of feel comfortable saying, I feel Coach Manos probably feels confident in this guy and this guy, and it makes it so much easier to build the lineup card when you're thinking that far already. There's another great swing by Armstrong.
Absolutely, and we've seen the Cougars are coming out quite hot here to start the first set, and you had a younger team last year, and coming back, they've had a whole year to kind of work with each other, and now we're looking to see how well that makes them turn out this year.
Absolutely. They set up Williams. Stella with another good effort save. That's going to be outside. Just out of bounds right there. I believe that one wrapped around the pole, and Coach Manos of CUC will burn his first timeout of the night. That'll put things at 20-17 in favor of the Titans. Coach Manos is going to take a timeout. We're going to do the same here, but don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a minute. Welcome back to the Cougar Sports Network. First set of the season right here between these two teams, Illinois Wesleyan and the Concordia Chicago Cougars. Wesleyan holding a strong 21-17 lead after that point right there. As mentioned, last year these two teams faced off earlier in the season, similar to this. Wesleyan won all sets 3-0. Cougars looking for a different outcome today as Stella misplays that one right there. And just like that, the pressure's mounting just a little bit more. Back's getting a little bit closer to the wall right there as now it's 22-17. Cougars only with 2 points to play with before they are eliminated from this first set. Armstrong to Mosher. Hollaback. Nicely placed swing just right in the middle of no man's land, and they'll take it back. Hollaback, one of those grad students we talked about before the break, just able to add kind of some ease to the tension. Naturally, they brought back most of that roster, all but one for CUC, but with that being said, there's still some tension that naturally comes with opening day across the board, no matter what sport it is. And I think Hollaback having so many opening days already, as there's a beautiful tip right there from Kujela. Hollaback potentially being able to add to a little bit of that anxiety and kind of alleviate some of the stress, hopefully, especially in that beginning part of this season. Stella to Mosher. Armstrong, a little bit too much juice right there. Excuse me, they got a touch at the net, pardon me. So the Cougars will take that one. Much needed point right there for CUC. CUC chasing 4 down 23-19. Gonna need a little bit of a run right here from Armstrong. Oh, beautiful touch right there, but Hollaback sniffed that one out. Stella, big swing, and it's dotted on the black. Right on that black line. Another big swing right there for Stella. Stella picking up his 6th kill of the first set.
Yeah, Stella's really been the energy brought to CUC in this first set, and you're looking to continue to see that happen.
Armstrong just off the top of the net. Beautiful play right there. Williams using Stella very easily right there to take advantage of them. And Williams will go back to the line, but not before Coach Manos burns his final time out of the first set. Elliot, final point potentially of the set, with a set point right here for Illinois Wesleyan. What's kind of the main thing that you're seeing right now that Concordia Chicago needs to kind of do differently? What's the approach right now if you're in that huddle kind of chasing 4 right now?
Yeah, I think it's just calming the nerves. You know, opening day nerves, they can get to the best of the people. And I think just kind of relaxing, knowing that you got this, and playing with that confidence that you've always had. Absolutely.
I think naturally when most people have played sports like that, there's just something about opening day that just, there's the excitement, there's a lot of jitters, there's just a lot of extra adrenaline and emotion. Sometimes those are good for people, and sometimes it's just a little bit too much. So I'm really curious to see what kind of thing they're going to be dealing with throughout the day, because no matter what, you play to 3 sets. Set 1 isn't going to define who wins the match overall. Obviously it helps, but it's kind of also a chess match in the way that it's a game of adjustments. Who's able to adjust first naturally, so we'll see kind of what can come of this first set.
Absolutely.
So both teams will break from their huddles a few seconds short, and it's going to be Williams to send it away, try to win set 1 here for Illinois Wesleyan. Good topper to Gato. Mosher setting up Hollaback. And they'll take it right there. Big play right there from Hollaback. Another quality back row attack. They're going to send Alex Ford to the server's line. He's going to need to go on a little bit of a run here. Going to need at least 3 from him in order to keep this set alive for CUC. Good top right there. Kujelis sets up. And that'll be the end of set 1 right there. As Illinois Wesleyan takes a hold of that first set. Ethan Kujella was the main man for the Titans with 5 kills. Also had 7 assists in that first set. Brendan Ryder also with 7 assists in that first set. So strong performance right there to start off that season for the first set of the Illinois Wesleyan Titans. We're going to take a quick 3-minute break, but we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, Cougar fans. I'm Dave Diamond here, once again accompanied by Elliot Higgins. We're approaching set 2 of this opening day volleyball matchup between the Concordia Chicago Cougars and the visiting Illinois Wesleyan Titans. The Titans took a hold of set 1 in a little comfortable fashion, 25-21. Cougars trying to set things back up and knot the sets back up at 1 apiece, and it's going to be J.R. Stella to send it away. Stella sends that one into the net. Titans will take 1-0 start. Stella was one of those players who had a strong performance in set 1, just didn't get it quite done, obviously, with them not picking up that first set. Armstrong misplays that swing right there. That's a tough one, a little off balance, but Titans will take a hold of it. I think the main thing, too, is Cougars kind of trying to avoid those mistakes, but still putting up quality swings overall. That one just barely couldn't get over for Ryder.
Absolutely, and there's times where when you're in those tough spots, you're not going to be able to go for a kill necessarily, but obviously the main object is get over the net and extend the play.
Of course, yeah, you got to find a way to keep it going, give yourself another opportunity. And the Titans did that in set one, and that's why they won it. So there's another good swing right there for Kujela. Kujela, as mentioned earlier, had a really strong first set, both on the assist category as well as the kills. Jace Milka. Armstrong picks that one up to Mosher. Hollaback. Cougars will take that one. Excuse me, I believe someone was caught in the net there. Interesting note as well, Cougars trotting out that same starting lineup for set two, even after dropping set one. So Coach Manos confident in the players he selected for that first set, and he's going to give them another go at it. Zima setting up Kujela. Ooh. Ford putting that one, just pushing that one over, but Cougs will take advantage of that. So we're going to get a back row attack call on the Titans. Cougars will take advantage of that. Hollabeck. Strong. Williams denied at the net right there. Difficult right there. Williams just going to have to place it back over. Mosher sets up Hollaback. Hollaback looked like he was almost out of the play right there. But Mosher knowing he's coming back, and that's kind of what caught Wesleyan off guard right there. Cougars will take advantage.
Yeah, we've seen the Cougars really go to the back row and Hollaback a lot so far this match, and it looks like something that they really like to see.
Absolutely. Cougars getting on a little bit of a roll themselves right here. A little bit of a 4-0 scoring run, courtesy of Hollaback at the line, but most of it's been done after the serves. Ford sends that one right back at him. These Cougars will pick up another one right there.
Really smart play there by Mosher. Mosher was going for the block and then took his hands back because he saw he was going to hit the pin. Great play.
Absolutely right there. That's one of the things, one of the luxuries that CUC has with Mosher. Strong setter overall, but more than that, arguably the best setter in program history. The program hasn't been lasting for too long, but he finds himself at the top in program history in assists. So that's going to be a guy to keep in mind. Armstrong steps in front of Stella right there. Back to Armstrong, and is denied at the net right there. Kujela and Quinn combining right there. Rolling. A little too firm right there. Cougars commanding a 3-point lead right now, up 8-5. It'll be Armstrong to kind of add to that lead. Oh, beautiful right there. Williams tries to go for the tip play, use the blockers right there, but CUC learned a little bit from last set. And it's going to cost the Titans a point right there. Beautiful topper right there. Milka not able to dig it up right there. That'll put the Cougars doubling the Titans right now, up 10-5.
The Cougars just need to keep applying pressure right here. They're on a nice scoring run. Just continue, and good things will happen.
Absolutely. Strong platform from Zima. Mosher unable to send that one back to his teammates. Sending it over the net, but outside the pin right there. Kujela trying to keep it a little too low right there. That's one of the downsides right there if you're Illinois Wesleyan. When you're chasing 5, sometimes it's more about just keeping it in play and find yourself back in the contest. Naturally, they got that one set lead, so you have a little bit more wiggle room, but you want to find yourself back into the contest. They do with Ford sending that one into the net. Bryce Williams to Stella. Mosher setting up Hollaback. Oh, beautiful effort by the Titans right there to keep it in play. Mosher tries to go for a skip set attack. Unable to get it. Oh, that's just one of those spots, just trying to do a little too much. Mosher, you could tell, took a peek to see what was going on the other side of the net before attempting it. It's the right idea, just sometimes got to make the play. Mosher setting up Stella. Stella goes to the tip play. Good swing right there by Milka. Milka adding to his tally, 4 of 5 on kills. Couldn't quite get the break he wanted to on that top spin. Cougars will take it back, and it'll be setter Eli Mosher.
Yeah, that one's a heartbreaker right there for the Titans. They're just starting to build some momentum. Come back into the set, and then you serve one out.
Absolutely. Luckily for them, they're going to get it right back as Mosher tries to touch that one beautifully at the front of the net, but unable to do so. Titans back within 2, 12-10. And it's going to be Dylan Quinn. Van Gato trying to do just a little bit too much right there, giving his offense a chance. But with that being said, just you can kind of notice right now for CUC there are just a lot of spots where they're just trying to do a little bit too much. Just sometimes you just got to stay inside yourself a little bit, kind of make the routine plays. Naturally, you don't have to make the all-star play every single opportunity you have. If you can just kind of make all those routine plays, naturally you're going to find yourself in a lot more comfortable position.
Absolutely.
So there's another example right there. Mosher setting up Hollaback. Big swing right there. That one's going to go off the women's basketball banners up in Geisman, hanging in the rafters. Cougars are going to take a hold of that one right there. Zima with a beautiful play right there, and then strong swing by Rawling. Oh, awkward swing from Milka on that serve. Doesn't seem to harm him, though. Mosher to Hollaback. Zima. Nice swing by Kujela. Gato setting up Hollaback. Hollaback, nice tip right there. But an even better play by Zima, as there's a big swing by the middle. Alex Ford. Beautiful rally between both teams right there. A little bit of chaos involved, but that's just volleyball at times. And Alex Ford puts a stamp on the end of that play right there. Another good swing right there by Rawling. Rawling really starting to get comfortable in this second set. That's going to put it at 15-14, still advantage Cougars. We'll see what Rawling has to say about that. Oh, strong swing right there by Ford. We saw that same kind of play earlier in set 1 from Ford. They break it out right here again in the middle portion of this set.
Absolutely.
And you needed that right there. Go ahead, Elliot.
Yeah, they've been running that slide probably 3 or 4 times tonight so far, and it's been working. So I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it a few more times.
Absolutely. When you're kind of mixing it up, seeing a lot of movement on the other side, it can sometimes be very challenging for your blockers. And if there's no blockers in the way, it's going to be really hard for the defense to make a great play to dig it out. Mosher setting up Hollabeck yet again. Hollabeck sending that one into the net. One of the things we're starting to notice earlier on in this match is Stella is definitely getting targeted a fair share of times on these serve receives. Illinois Wesleyan doing their part, trying to pick on them right now. We'll see what Kujella wants to do here. Little too much juice, as well as wide left. Cougars will take that one. Needed that one to put them back up 17-16. Somewhat a little bit of a must-win set right here. Last thing you want is to go down 2-0 in a match. So there's a little awkward swing right there, but it does the job for the Titans. Good swing by Stella, but a good dig. That one just another attempt right there from Mosher, unable to get it. Good swing by Williams. Great defend by Armstrong. Stella, another good swing. Zima looked to have jumped in front of Milka, who had the platform, it looked like. And that'll put the Cougars up 18-16 now.
The crowd in Geisman Gym is loving that play right there.
Absolutely. Sometimes you just got to give the people what they want. Big swings just naturally get the momentum going. Williams. Just inside the line right there. Kujella doing his part as well on that set right there, giving Williams the opportunity.
Yeah, Dave, we talked about it earlier with the opening day jitters. I think we're starting to see that show off a little bit here. We've seen 9 total service errors in this set, so.
Yeah, absolutely. You take a look at between the first and second set, not yet completed. But a total of 18 so far in the day, 10 for Wesleyan and 8 for the Cougars. So Mosher trying to set up Hollabeck, but can't quite get out of the way. It's going to be a free ball, giving them Titans a good opportunity. Hollabeck setting up Stella, good swing. Mosher setting up Stella again. Stella almost throwing that one into the Titans. Trying to get a back row attack for Williams, but mistiming it. And there's a good swing by Wyatt. Wow, Anzenberger Shea right there getting involved. Big moment right there for the freshman to put himself and his team up 3 in the second set. You can tell he's starting to get a little bit more and more comfortable as we continue on. So we take a quick break right here. We're going to do the same. We'll be back in just a minute. Don't go anywhere.
Fans, thanks for tuning in to today's game. For more information on the men's volleyball program, tune into CUCougars.com. We hope to see you at our next game.
Welcome back to the Cougar Sports Network. CUC in control of set 2, 20-17, looking to tie things back up in the sets category. As Mosher will set up Hollaback. Good swing right there, but Zima's all over it. Hansenberger Shea trying to meet him at the net. Cougars visibly frustrated over that call. Captain Eli Mosher trying to plead his case with the head official not getting any leeway at all. Coach Manos also a little bit frustrated right there. Mosher setting up Hollaback on the far side. Hollaback trying to get just a little too cute right there. And this is kind of one of those things that you see on the Titan side. You can call that quite a productive timeout, as that's a quick 2 points for them right there, bringing them back within one, and it feels like they got all the momentum now. Oh, check that statement right there. Hansenberger Shea says we'll take it right back as they go up 21-19. That's a big man right there putting on a big swing right there for the Cougars. Stella. Big swing right there from Milka. I mean, you can tell these two teams are just trading it back and forth, blow for blow. Not willing to give a single inch. Coach Manos will take his timeout right there, try and recollect his thoughts with his team. Elliot, right now, if you're the Cougars right now, you're in a little bit different spot than you were in set one. Up 21-20, but obviously you got to win this set. If you're Coach Manos, what are you trying to say to your team to get you to these cross the finish line and win these final 4 points right here?
Yeah, I mean, you have the lead 21-20 here in the second set. I would say, if I were Coach Manos, I would say just apply the pressure. You know, Wesleyan, this is their first game as well. They're probably going to fall behind a little bit if you start applying pressure, because when you go down, it's hard to create momentum when you are not in the lead. So I think Concordia needs to continue to apply the pressure and keep that momentum.
Absolutely. I think one of the other things too, naturally, is it's an amateur sport. It is so easy to go on a run very quickly. Pressure can easily change everything. It's so quick to think about the last play that you just lost, and then it turns into 2 or 3 in a row right there. And a 4-point run right there, that's all you need to end this set. So we'll see what each respective team's able to draw up coming out of that timeout. This Gator will dig that one out. Mosher setting up Hollaback. Beautiful swing right there. I mean, one of the team-ups that we've been seeing all day, I've been calling their numbers a lot. Mosher and Hollaback just going back and forth with each other all day. I mean, and that was kind of the name of the game last year as well. We kind of talked about it earlier with Hollaback earning some postseason accolades, but also very strong in that kills category, leading the team with 323. Cardenas finding his number called early. There's a strong swing right there. Jace Milka putting them back within one. And Michael Cardenas will check out. Hollaback denied. Ford picking it up. Mosher setting it far side to Armstrong. Hollaback again. Getting Alex Ford involved again, the man in the middle, with another big swing. And that puts the Cougars in a really comfortable spot right here, up 23-21. Just needing 2 more points to take a hold in this set 2. Hollaback, nice float to Zima. Good swing right there by Rawling. Titans looking to call on perhaps a service specialist right here. It's going to be Owen Rollinson, freshman from Hononegah, looking to try and knot things up. Armstrong, high ball right there, setting up Halibut. Gato back to Mosher. Big swing by Ford. Using the blockers to his advantage right there. And that'll put the Cougars within one of winning this set.
Yeah, the Cougars are really firing on all cylinders right now. You're just really looking to close this one out and take the second set.
Yeah, naturally with that being said, Illinois Wesleyan's going to take a timeout. Force the Cougars to think about this one just a little bit longer. As Wesleyan takes a timeout, we're going to do the same, but don't go anywhere. We're at the end of this set. We'll be back in just a minute. Welcome back to the Cougar Sports Network. We have quite the thriller so far. Still early in the match, but CUC commanding a 24-22 lead in set 2. Illinois Wesleyan won that first set. And it's going to be Tyrese Armstrong looking to win it right here for the Cougars. Top spin right there. Good swing right there. Ethan Kujella saying we're not done yet as they cut that lead in half.
No guy the Titans would rather rely on right there than Kujella. He's been doing it all night.
Absolutely, and with that being said, the Cougars will now take their final timeout of set 2. It's going to be 24-23. Coach Manos giving his team a break and perhaps the opportunity for Illinois Wesleyan to kind of feel that pressure just a little bit more. All they're looking to do right now, I think, is put Ethan Kujella in a spot to feel a little bit uncomfortable right now. After all, he did have a very strong freshman campaign, but at the end of the day, still an underclassman, still a sophomore. Naturally, pressure can get to anyone, but those underclassmen, I think, naturally feel it just a little bit more with their lack of experience at the collegiate level. So right now, if you're Illinois Wesleyan, Elliot, kind of what is your kind of headspace in these last 30 seconds of this timeout? What are you trying to deliver to your team as the finishing touches of set 2?
Yeah, I assume that they're talking about who they want to serve at right here. I think that's probably going to be one of the main talking points. And then once they get the ball back, how they want to approach their offensive attack.
Absolutely. And if you're Ethan Kujella, you're one of the headline players of this Illinois Wesleyan team. Is your headspace, I just got to find a way to get it over the neck? Or are you still going on the attack? I know I'm one of the great players on the court right now. I'm just going to be me. I'm going to send my ace swing.
I think he's going to give us his ace swing here.
As Gato, dolphin dives for that one. Mosher trying to get it to Ford. But Williams is all over it right there. Timing just a little bit off right there with the Cougars. And that's going to put things back to 24-24. So just like that, we got ourselves a brand new ball game. It's going to be the first to 2 and win by 2. Oh, beautiful right there. Gato was all over it, but heard the out call and snapped back right at the last moment. That's going to put the Cougars advantage +1. Alex Ford looking to be the hero of set 2. Good platform from Zima. Williams set up right there. Zima's there again, though. Oh, and nobody home on the Cougars' behalf right there as Aiden Provost will take advantage. The southpaw just finding that middle ground right there. That's wide open. And just like that, we're back to 25 apiece. Mosher setting up Stella. Well, that one's a little wide right there, out of play. Trying to go for one of those cross-court swings. Maybe a little bit too aggressive right there. Keep in mind, neither team with any timeouts left, so we're going to go until there's a victor in set 2. Mosher to Stella. And that's a big swing right there to put it back together. That's one of the things that you like to see when you're Eli Mosher, one of the strong setter for this Cougar team right now. He knows his team so well. It doesn't matter that J.R. Stella made a mistake on that last one. He's going to go right back to him, and that's something that really builds confidence if you're a hitter. Wow, beautifully placed swing right there from Stella. Mosher setting up Stella again. Zima unable to get there. Beautiful rally on both sides. As the Cougars having a little bit of fun right now, picking up their boy left on the ground. Another beautiful swing right there by Provost. Provost picking up his 5th kill of the set. Didn't make the starting lineup in set 1, but he's more than held his fair share in set 2.
Yeah, both teams exchanging blows right now. Really interesting to see who's going to come out on top in this set.
Stella serving that one left right there. And Wesleyan will take their advantage. Backs against the wall right here for the Cougars. Got to find a way to win this point. Last thing you want is to go down 2-0 in sets. Hollaback. Oh, beautiful play right there. And there's a swing mistake right there by Milko. Excuse me, but they're going to call a touch on CUC, so the Titans are going to take the point right there.
Mosher pleading his case once again, and the ref is giving him nothing. Mosher going to the line judge now.
Yeah, Mosher looking to see whose call that was. He went to the line judge. Line judge made it clear that that was not my call. That was the head judge. Cougars visibly frustrated. Naturally, feels like they got kind of robbed of that set right there. But, of course, there's mistakes that are made throughout the entire set that don't define the course of the set. We'll obviously be able to talk a little bit more about that in detail as these two teams exchange benches. We're going to be back in just a few minutes. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the Cougar Sports Network. Cougars take first point of set 3. Just quick recap as far as how the day's gone so far between these two teams. Illinois Wesleyan won set 1 in controlling fashion, 25-21. Set 2, a much closer contest, but Illinois Wesleyan still coming out on top, 29-27. That final play of set 2 ended in a little bit of a controversial ending, Elliot.
Yeah, the Cougars went up for the block, and they did not think that they touched the ball, but the refs had a different opinion, and they called the touch. And the Cougars argued it for quite a while, but to no prevail.
Yeah, Elliot, I mean, we looked at that, took a little replay review on our behalf, taking a look at what happened on that final play. It was very tough decision right there, as well as the captain of the Cougars, Eli Mosher, as far as the field captain, went and tried to plead their case to not only the line judge, but also the head judge. The line judge said it was the head official's call, and then the head official wasn't planning on switching any kind of call. That being said, that's how set 2 ended itself right there. So the Cougars looking to kind of change the script right now, flip it over a little bit. They're going to have to try and find themselves going for a reverse sweep right now as they're down 2-0. The best way to get that started is by winning set 3, put themselves in that category. As there's a beautiful pancake right there from Zima, but they're going to blow it dead. Late whistle right there.
As you said, winning set 1 is winning the Cougars' first set would be extremely important, because then pressure starts to creep up on you when your lead goes from 2 sets to 1 set, possibly down to 0, and the pressure starts to gain.
Naturally. Cougars also trotting out a little bit different of a lineup here for set 3. It's going to be Tristan Kaminar, getting the start here in set 3. So we'll see if that has any kind of impact overall. Just a little bit of a whiff right there. Cougars are taking advantage of that, putting themselves up 4-3.
Yeah, if you're the Cougars, you just need to take this 1 point at a time, try and mount the comeback, slow fashion.
Yeah, absolutely. And at the end of the day, even if you're not able to find a way to win this first game of this season, at the end of the day, championships aren't won on opening day. They're also not lost either. So at the end of the day, it's about building momentum at the end, no matter what. So if they're able to win a set or 2 today, even if it's not the whole match, that can build a little bit of a confidence going into the season, as they're going to be playing next Thursday as well against North Central in Naperville, heading over there. So kind of at the end of the day, it's about learning what you see from your team overall. So Coach Manos is going to have to take his notes from this match overall and then kind of apply it and make decisions accordingly that could potentially affect future matches. Hollaback puts that one into the net. Titans will cut into that lead a little bit right there. Mosher setting up Stella. Williams tries to get a bear paw on it, but awkwardly sends it into the bleachers. Zima laying it all on the line right there, taking a seat next to some Titan fans. Michael Cardenas will sub in for Tristan Kaminar. Cardenas to serve away. Mosher to Ford. Ford with a nice little touch right there. Adding to his total on the day, his 9th kill of the day. Ford really picked up the pace in set 2 and is looking to keep things going here in set 3.
Yeah, we've seen Ford do it in all different ways today, with the slide attack, just straight up hitting it, and with the little touches. He's finding different ways to get kills all day.
Absolutely. Wow, Ford and Stella all over that one. 2 big men getting in the way right there. So Illinois Wesleyan will take their first timeout of set 3. Not liking the way things are going, chasing 5. So they're going to try and change things up with a little timeout right there. As they take a timeout, we're going to do the same. We'll be back in just a minute, though. Welcome back to the Cougar Sports Network. Michael Cardenas serving it away for the Cougars. Hollabeck showing off that frame, a little height right there. Stella, big swing. Zima picks it up. Williams going for a little touch play. Hollabeck setting up Stella across the court. Zima setting up Williams. Gato to Hollabeck. Hollabeck misplays that one.
Although the Cougars didn't get that point, it really seems like the energy's been picked up. They're kind of starting to fly around the court a little bit. Look for that to continue throughout this set and see what happens.
Absolutely. Mosher gets tagged with a double touch right there. Williams looking to keep things going here for the Titans. Stella and Gato collide on that one right there. The Titans will take advantage of that ball misplaced. Beautiful slide right there for Ford.
Yeah, they went back to that slide attack. I think it's now probably 3-1 or 4-0 on the night, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see that start to happen a lot during this set.
Absolutely, no reason not to when there's such a high success rate. They haven't even really come close to finding an answer because there's so many moving parts. CUC just has a plethora of attackers overall that just makes it so challenging for the Titans to put themselves in a spot to defend everything up front.
Absolutely. It's really hard to get a block to all 3 attackers that have 10, 10, and 8 kills tonight.
Absolutely. You mentioned all those kills right there. Alex Ford and J.R. Stella both with 10 apiece. And then Tyler Hollabeck with 8 as well. And don't forget that freshman, Wyatt Anzenberger-Shea, flashing a little bit of the leather right there. He's 5 for 5 on his kills as well. So he's doing his part in the middle and then also getting in the mix on some of those kills. Beautiful play right there by Gatos. Stella.
believe they tagged him for reaching over the net right there on that point.
Yeah, Stella causing a little bit of chaos for the Titans right there. And that's good enough for the Cougars to take the lead 11-9. Mosher with a solid float right there. Stella goes with a full swing right there. And he'll pick up another point. Adding to his tally on the kills.
Way to avoid the block right there from Stella. Nobody got a touch on that one.
Beautiful set right there for Kujela. Setting up Provost, who takes care of business right there. Another good swing by the left-hander. Hollaback, beautifully placed ball right there. We're going to get another sub. Tristan and Kaminar coming back in for the Cougars. J.R. Stella looking to go on a little bit of a run right here. Williams to Ryder. Hollaback met at the net with beautiful play right there by Enzenberger Shea. Oh, and a beautiful spot right there by Hollaback. And that'll put Hollaback as well into double digits on the kills so far today.
Great play there by Eisenberger Shea to keep that one up. You know, he got locked up on the net and he slammed it into the net to give it the chance to end up getting the point.
Absolutely. Another good swing by Hollaback. A lot of frustration right there amongst the Cougars on the court. Coach Manos recognizing that. He's going to take a timeout. Try and cool the fellas off right now. Well, they still have the 2-point lead. Might as well keep it right now. Got to covet that advantage while you have it. Coach Manos will take his timeout. Elliot and I will do the same, but we'll be back in just a minute. Don't go anywhere. All information on the Cougar Sports Network. Welcome back to the Cougar Sports Network. Titans take advantage of that point right there.
An interesting point there. That one bounced off the roof, and that just sent the Cougars into a scramble that they weren't able to get back over the net.
Yeah, pretty high ceilings overall in Geisman Gymnasium, but not impossible to be reached by any stretch. That one lands just a hair out of play right there. Line judge doing his best to stay out of the way of that one. Williams, strong swing, but Mosher's able to dig it. Hollaback just having to send it over. Oh my, good swing by Kujella. A little too much hot sauce right there for Rawling. Oh, beautiful pancake attempt right there by Gato, unable to get it. As Kujella adds to that kill total. Ryder will pick up the assist there. Mosher to Ford. That one very close to the net right there. And then Ford picks up a kill right there.
The Cougars been holding around a 2-point lead for this entire set. I think right here they're really looking to try and make that advantage quite larger.
Absolutely, got to find a way to extend the lead and whenever you can. Good swing right there. That freshman Provost stamping his name on his first collegiate game. That being his 8th kill of the day. Yeah, always a pleasure when you're able to pick up a freshman that is able to be an immediate plug and play, Elliot. I feel like when you're able to get those kind of difference makers, those are the people that can really aid the program when you're able to potentially make one of these players into a 4-year starter if they're already making an impact on night 1 of their collegiate career. And there he is again. Titan bench loving that one right there. Provost doing his best to stay a little bit nonchalant right there. Another swing by Provost. Kujella setting up Milka. Milka will take advantage of that one. Arviza getting ready to serve it up right here as we're knotted up at 18 apiece. High float. Stella runs into a brick wall right there. And it's Provost and Rawling yet again.
Provost is really starting to come alive on those blocks, and the Titan bench is loving it.
Absolutely, and why not? You're up 2-0 on the first day of the season. Trying to put yourselves in a spot to sweep on day 1. I'll see if the Cougars can find a way around that.
Arviza was really looking to put a jolt into his team right there, try to get a nice little short serve, didn't quite get there.
Absolutely. Provost does a little bit too much right there. That'll give the Cougars 2019 lead. They win the race to 20. Just got to find a way to get 5 more points right here to win that first set of the season. That's Zima setting up Milka right there. Provost will check out for Ryder. $20 apiece. Mosher setting up Anzenberger Shea. Anzenberger Shea adds to his tally.
standing at 6'10", Eisenberger Shea is by far the tallest guy on the court, and he is making it known right now.
Absolutely. It's such a difference maker when you're able to just have so much height. You can teach so much, but as the age-old saying is you can't teach height. And that really is just a natural, easy impact when you have that in the front row.
Absolutely.
21-21, both coaches still having a timeout in their back pocket if they choose to use it. Oh, big swing right there by Eisenberger Shea. Wow, getting up right there. When the 6'10 guy's able to get up, it's going to be a tough challenge for anyone to match up with that.
Yeah, he got way up there, and even some of his own teammates were pretty surprised with that one.
I mean, he sent that one directly straight down. I don't even know if that got beyond the 10-foot line there. Stella able to pick that one up. Kaminar goes for a tip. Zemo set up Kujella. And who else to pick up a big point right there when they need it most? Kujella adding to his dominant day so far with 12 kills and his 17 assists.
Along with 6 digs and 2 blocks. He has just had an all-around day so far today.
No doubt about it. Mosher to Hollaback. They're going to get a tip right there on the Titans. Titans not complaining at all about that one. Hollaback needing just 2 more points for this Cougar team to win that first set. And another strong swing by Kujella right there. Cougars trying their best to find a way to put it back in play after the errant dig, but playing it off the pin's not going to work. Kujella finally able to find his way into the back row. That could be a blessing right there for the Cougars. Strong back row attack right there from Stella. And a high IQ play right there by Kaminar to get out of the way of that one, as that one was close right there. Obviously, the natural instinct is to go for every ball when it's near you, but he's able to see the spin right there. Some technical difficulties in the substitution. As Cardenas subs in for Kaminar. We've seen this one out of both teams' playbooks right there. Illinois Wesleyan's going to take their final timeout as we're at 24-23. Elliot, when you're in this kind of situation right now, I mean, Cougars are about as back against the wall as it gets right now. Obviously, they have that 1-point advantage right now, but other than that, they're a couple points away from their night being over and not in the way they wanted to coming into today. What's kind of the message right now when you're inside that huddle from Coach Manos?
Yeah, I think Coach Manos is just looking up to draw up their best offensive play right here. I mean, they're going to serve it, play their best defense, then they're looking to put best play, get a point, and go on to the 4th set.
Naturally. Is that at all a fear of, you know, if we lose this point right here, now it's 24-24. We found ourselves in that spot last set, and it did not go according to plan, or is it just kind of, we're just playing volleyball at the end of the day. Let's get a point and let's end the set right here.
No, I definitely assume that there's some nerves within the Cougar huddle right now, but at the end of the day, you have to thrive under pressure, and that's what we're going to have to see here from the Cougars.
Absolutely. The Cougars played a lot of close matches last year with that 12-15 record. Naturally, that's going to include a lot of backbreakers and a lot of second late game losses that just kind of hurt the heart a little bit, but we're going to see if they can try and find a way to claw through this one and get that set right here. Cardenas sends that one into the net. Productive timeout from Illinois Wesleyan right there to put things back at 24 apiece. Keep in mind, Coach Manos also has that timeout in his back pocket. Gato, Mosher. Hollaback just has to send it over. And that one's right on the back line right there. Jace Milka putting himself in a good spot right there with a nice swing. And as assumed, Coach Manos takes his final timeout of set 3. We're going to do the same very close contest right here. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a minute.
Interested in finding out more about Concordia Chicago? Head to cuchicago.edu for information on our university. We appreciate you turning into today's game and hope to see you at CUC very soon.
Welcome back to the Cougar Sports Network. Bryce Williams looking to complete the spectacular night for Illinois Wesleyan. But he's not going to be able to do it right there, as that one is just a hair outside the back line. And we're going to put ourselves back in a 25-25 set right here. It's going to be Alex Ford. Good topspin. Zima picks it up. Kujela setting up Provost. Strong swing by Stella. Another big swing by Stella. Zima unable to get too much control on that one. He was able to get that right hand on it. Unable to control it, though. And that's going to be enough to give the Cougars the advantage right there. Zima laying it all out right there. Provost going with the right hand. Mosher able to pick it up. Cardenas will have to be the setter there. And a big play right there by Milko. Knot things back up at 26 all. Arviza will be the man for the Titans. Trying to send him home happy. 26-26, going to need 2 points. Mosher goes for the back row attack against Hollaback. Hollaback puts that one in the net. They're going to say Illinois Wesleyan didn't have a touch on it. It's going to be 4 touches for the Cougars, and that's going to put Illinois Wesleyan up ahead 1.
See if the Cougars can fend off another match point here.
And they're not going to have to do too much right there. Arviza makes it easy on them. Seeing a lot of similarities right here between set 2 and set 3 is now they're 27-27. This was about where the Titans broke out and won 2 in a row, though, so we'll see. Oh, my. Beautiful swing right there from Provost. That's quite the difficult swing from the southpaw, but he makes it look so routine. What a polished freshman Illinois Wesleyan has right now in Provost. That's his 7th kill of the day. Neither team can really buy that final point that they definitely need. Stella. Little too much hot sauce right there. That'll give Illinois Wesleyan an advantage. It's going to be Jace Milka, the senior, looking to send them home happy in his final opening day. Stella misplays it. Gato able to do something. Caminar sends it back over. Ryder to Kujela. But who else is there? We talk about freshmen yet again. I mean, wow. Huge block right there for Anzenberger Shea. That'll make it 29-29.
The freshman really making his presence known here on his first career match.
Absolutely. And Tate Johnson will be the man for the Cougars right now, 29-29. His first time checking in so far this season. And what bigger spot than right now, 29-29 in set 3. So that'll give Illinois Wesleyan the lead as they win the race to 30. Not typically in the headspace, but. And that one's too deep right there for Rawling. I mean, at this point, it's just a battle of attrition. Who's got the mental strength right now to finish the contest, find a way. And that one's out of bounds right there for Bryce Williams. Excuse me, they're going to get a tip right there on the Cougars. Mosher claiming he had the tip right there. Trying to save Geisman from exploding right there. There was a lot of emotion right there. Kaminar Hollaback tries to go for the tip. Little out of control right there. Little miscommunication as well between Kujella and Ryder. That's going to be all CUC needs. Now they'll have their opportunity of going on that 2-point run.
The Cougars continue to fend off these match points, and if you're the Cougars here, you really hope to get one and give yourself the opportunity to finish a set.
Absolutely. Michael Cardenas, strong serve right there. Good swing right there. Dylan Quinn. Haven't had the opportunity of calling Quinn's number 2 often, but when he has, he's made the most of it. Hollaback, Mosher. Good swing by Stella, and it's dotted. Needed that one.
You're seeing a great battle offense right here.
Absolutely. I mean, there's Ford right there. They're going to get a touch right there on the Cougars. Good swing by Quinn. Back-to-back points for him, and now he retreats to that server line. So Quinn with a chance to send him home happy. Mosher setting up Stella. Stella blocked, but it's going to be out of bounds. So the Cougars tie things back up now, 33-33.
The Cougars are continuing to go to their kill leader in Jackson Stella right now, and he's really making the most of it.
I mean, and why not? He's got 16 kills so far today. We'll see if he's able to add to it a little bit. As there's a productive swing right there by Jace Milka. I think one of the other things you're seeing now, too, is both coaches going to have to start being very selective as far as when they start making substitutions. When you're so far into the contest, you don't usually plan for this when you're kind of making those substitutions. As Kaminar will sub in for Cardenas, and that is CUC's final substitution of the day. They're going to be out of them. So the lineup card that CUC currently has on the field for Coach Manos is going to be what they're dealing with the rest of the day. And there's some emotion right there for Milka. He gives themselves the advantage. Will Milka be the guy? He's not, as that one is served into the net. Excuse me. CUC at 10 subs now, I believe. So Tate Johnson will get his opportunity right here.
I think what we're seeing right now from Illinois Wesleyan is everybody wants to be the guy to finish the match, and it's resulted in a decent amount of serves into the net.
Absolutely. Oh, beautiful try right there by Mosher. Johnson also doing his part, laying out into the stands, trying to make a sliding effort. Unable to do so. So Wesleyan will take the lead. Tate Johnson will check out. And it's going to be Gavin Rowling of Illinois Wesleyan trying to end this finale. Hollebeck. Ryder. And that one's out of play right there for Kujella. It's hard to tell how Geisman Gymnasium feels right now, because at one point they were on the edge of their seat, but now they're starting to feel just a little bit fatigued, I think, as they weren't expecting this one to go at least 36 points apiece. Hollebeck with a strong dig. Kaminar, good swing right there. Attacking Benzema right there, and that'll put him up 37-36.
And that's exactly what the Cougars are looking for right there. Take the lead for the first time in a long time, and now you see what you can do to end it.
Absolutely. So there's a good swing by Kujella, knotting it up at 37 apiece.
With the set on the line, no man you'd rather go to than Kujella.
Absolutely. With that being said, naturally the announcer's jinx plays a role right there. So for the Cougar faithful, they're probably thanking you a little bit there, Elliott. Cougars will take that 38-37 advantage. Kujella sets up Ryder. Gato trying his best to recover on that one, but just a booming swing led to a booming return attempt. And that one lands deep out of bounds. 38-38, it's going to be Bryce Williams. Mosher setting up Stella. Stella went up with two hands, but ended up swinging with one. And that's denied at the net right there. It's going to be Alex Ford all over that one. (39-38). 40 is the number right now for CUC if they want to win that first set of the season. Zima picks it up. Kujella. Kaminar. Mosher goes for that attack right there. It's going to be Ryder going for the tip. Kaminar's all over it. Mosher setting up the big man. Good swing right there. And that one's going to land out of bounds on that block attempt right there. So 39 all is where we find ourselves here in set 3.
The Cougars were looking for a touch there on the rebound, but we're not provided it.
Dylan Quinn. Hollebeck. Good swing right there. Anzenberger Shea adding to his day yet again.
What a start to your career here at CUC Volleyball. I mean, 8 kills with no errors so far to start off this match.
Absolutely. Kujella getting low there.
What a dig.
A little punch right there from Kujella. Gato setting up Hollebeck, but it's denied. Rowling all over that one. We are knotted up at 40. 40 apiece between these two teams. I bet you didn't have that one on your scorecard coming into today. But that's what we got right now in set 3. And Ryder just barely can't get it over the net right there. Maybe another thread or two not inside that net, and it lands over, and it could be a different story right now. But it's 41-40 advantage Cougars. And who else other than Jackson Stella to be the guy? Ryder setting up Kujella. Block's not quite there lined up. And we'll tie it back up at 41 all. Milka. Mosher setting up Kaminar. That's going to be another advantage for the Cougars.
What a swing right there by Kaminar.
Naturally, now you're going to have to see Anzenberger Shea at the line. Had been subbed out a few times for serving, but with the lack of substitutions available.
Williams with a resounding kill right there. Or sorry, Rowling with a resounding kill right there to knot it back at 42.
Hollebeck, Mosher, back to Hollebeck. And that one's going to be a tough play off the banners. Rowling unable to get to it right there. And that'll send Hollebeck back to the server's line with his team ahead 43-42. Hollebeck, it's good! And that's going to do it right here. The Cougars will take set 3 right there. Final score, 44-42. Wow. I mean, what an absolute thriller right there. And now we're just expected to go back to playing regular volleyball. We start back 0-0.
Yeah, I mean, the Cougars right there took the set 44-42. And winning a set like that, you don't see too often. And you're looking to continue with that momentum and possibly make a comeback all the way through.
Absolutely. The last thing you want to see, though, is both teams being too gassed, or the CUC kind of burning all that energy right there, and maybe they come out flat. But we'll see what both teams are able to offer after such a long battle right there. It really comes down to what both teams are thinking mentally. It's not just the physical side, it's the mental side. Who knows, maybe we'll see some different starters going out there after such a long battle, though.
Absolutely, and this 3-minute break is much needed for all the players who just played probably one of the longest sets they've ever played.
Absolutely, Elliot. As you mentioned, they're going to take a 3-minute break. We're going to do the exact same. We'll be back in just a moment, but don't go anywhere. You can catch it all on the Cougar Sports Network. Welcome back to the Cougar Sports Network. Join us here in set 4. Illinois Wesleyan up 2-1. Cougars winning that third set by an impressive final score of 44-42. I mean, that was truly just a battle for the ages for so many reasons. Naturally, it was so back and forth, as it would have had to have been with such a high-scoring affair. But not only was it just a back and forth, it was truly tremendous to see CUC win their first set of the season, because when you're down 2-0, naturally a lot of teams could cave in and kind of deal with the struggle and just accept losing 3-0. But not this team, not that match, not that set at least, excuse me.
Yeah, no better way to win your first set of the season. Showed a lot of grit and resilience right there.
Absolutely. It won't be a set that too many people forget, to say the least, for obvious reasons. I mean, that could have been potentially the longest set any of these individuals have played in their careers, whether it's collegiate or lifetime. But no matter how intense the set is, if you lost 25-0 or 44-42, you just move on to the next one. That's why you got to win 3. Zima putting his hand out right there, quickly a little frustrated about it. Good swing by Williams. You can kind of tell Geisman Gymnasium's pretty exhausted from that third set. You can almost hear a pin drop, even though we got a relatively 80% filled arena tonight. Everyone's just kind of waiting for more action to come, waiting for those later part of the set, because they know a lot more is due to come.
Yeah, it's really hard to match the energy from that last set with anything that goes on in this set, given that there was a total of 86 points scored in the last one.
Absolutely. It's tough to be too excited about the score, the point that makes it 4-3, when you just watched 20 more points that happened that were
all set points.
Absolutely. Hollaback playing it off those blockers. Williams off of Hollaback. Gato set up Hollaback.
Cougars want to touch. Refs do not give it to them, and Wesleyan's going to grab the point.
Yeah, absolutely. And now, similarly, Illinois Wesleyan finds themselves visibly frustrated, as that's Kujela trying to make a nice little kick-save play, looking like a hockey goalie a little bit right there, but not able to get what you're looking for. Hollaback goes for a soft play right there. Not able to get it. So it'll be Williams' service inbound. Illinois Wesleyan will pick up the point right there. Wow, Beautiful serve right there, just right on the line right there for Bryce Williams.
Yeah, beautiful serve right there. Put it right on the line. Cougars didn't necessarily agree, but at the end of the day, it doesn't necessarily matter.
Mosher finally gets that attack right there that he's been looking for. Big portion of today so far. Cougars down 6-7, 6-8, as it'll be Michael Cardenas just off the net right there. Zima setting up Milka. Good swing from Milka. Illinois Wesleyan now up 6-9. Quinn to Hollebeck. A little awkward right there from Quinn, but they're able to get it over. They're going to tag Ford for being in the net right there. So Illinois Wesleyan will pick up the point right there. And they win that race to 10.
The Cougars currently trail by 4, and this seems like a pretty important point right here because you do not want that lead to keep growing and become insurmountable.
Absolutely. J.R. Stella utilizing those blocks to his advantage, playing it off of them beautifully. Just like you said, kind of one of those points that when you're sitting here right now, you don't think about it being a must-win point, but there's a big difference between a 3-point game and a 5-point game. Ford knows the importance of each and every point right now as he's clearly frustrated about that service error. Good play by Gato. Mosher setting up Stella. No touch on that one, so just a swinging mistake right there by Stella. Coach Manos will take the timeout with his team trailing by 5, down 12-7 in this must-win set 4. They're going to take that timeout. Elliot and I will do the same, but we'll be back in just a moment, so don't go anywhere. Cougars winning that point right there. Productive timeout from Coach Manos. And it'll be Mosher. Gato recovers there. Mosher setting up. Hansenberger Shea.
Looks like they might be starting to feed Hansenberger Shea, and he is putting some resoundful kills down.
Speaking of resounding kills right there, Rowling making his presence known at the midcourt. That one's served into the net by Milka.
Speaking of serves into the net, I think one of the most important things for the Cougars down the stretch in this fourth set here is to get the serves over the net and give yourself a chance to play.
Absolutely. They haven't been too bad at that so far today comparatively to Illinois Wesleyan. As Illinois Wesleyan is at 25 service errors on the day, whereas CUC finds himself short of that by 9 as they're at 16 service errors on the day. Unrealistic to find yourself at a low number like 0, but the closer you can get to that each and every day is when you're going to put yourself in a tremendous spot to compete each time. Naturally, is there's just going to be more balls in play, more opportunities for you to score. As Tate Johnson will be the server for the Cougars. Got his number called a few times in that very long, entertaining set 3. Mosher setting up Hollaback. Awkward swing by Ford, little punch right there to get it back over. Good try by Kaminar, but not able to find a defender, unfortunately, as Milka was able to just barely get out of the way right there as he was the last line of defense. Hollaback goes for a little touch right there. Beautifully played right there. Hollaback feeling the music a little bit. Little Gwen Stefani action right there. As Hollaback will retreat to the line, it's going to be him serving it away here. Big block right there between Kaminar and Ford. They'll bring them within 3 as they're trailing 16-13. Off the roof, Mosher able to make an adjustment. Kaminar doing his best, battling at the net. Stella laying out right there. It's going to be Hollaback. Another strong swing. But the line judge is going to say it hit the pin, unfortunately. So it's going to be Titan ball, making it 17-13. This is another one of those spots, Elliot, where it's kind of a must-win point. You can't afford to fall behind too much. You got to find a way to win this one right here. Keep it within reach.
Definitely. I mean, coming down the stretch in the set, falling behind a lot. There's just not that many points to go around towards the end, so you need to keep this within reach.
Absolutely. And one of the tough parts, too, is Coach Manos already used one of his timeouts earlier on, so he's really got to hold on to that one and choose it wisely when he wants to use it, because if he uses it right now, he's done for the rest of the set. There's a little awkward communication right there, and Coach Manos is going to use that final timeout, as we kind of mentioned right there. That's going to put him at down 19-13, so the Cougars trailing by 6. And this another must-win set for them. They were able to win that last must-win set, but let's see if they can kind of pull another rabbit out of a hat right here. As they take a break, we're going to do the same. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a moment here on the Cougar Sports Network. Welcome back to the Cougar Sports Network. Cougars trailing in this fourth set, 19-13, as well as in the series 2-1 in the sets department. So there's a strong swing right there from Stella. Played off the roof. And that's going to bring them back within 5. Very important win right there on that point. Can't afford to have that deficit grow any larger. You got to find a way to crawl back in to this contest.
Yeah, right there we saw the ball hit the roof and go on to the Cougar side. Unfortunately, that is not a playable ball. The only way it's playable off the roof is if it stays on your side.
Hollaback with a tough dig right there. Hollaback, good swing. Zima lays out. Another body hits the floor. Stella tries to play that one off the blockers a little bit, but they're all ready for it. And that's going to make it 20-14. Titans 5 points away from riding back to Bloomington with a 1-0 record. Alex Ford gets that one sent right back into his face. Mosher setting up Stella, and it's thrown back in his face yet again. This time, it's Provost.
That's Provost's 6th block of the day. He's really been playing some good defense all match long.
Absolutely. A little too much juice right there from Quinn. Well, stop the bleeding for now. Concordia is chasing 7 still. They're going to need quite the run right now if they want to find themselves back into this contest. Beautifully placed ball by Milka. His rider will check in for the Titans. And out comes Provost. Stella sends that one right into the blockers. Gonna go for it again. This time successful.
That kill right there is gonna put Stella at the 20 kill mark for the set, or for the match, sorry.
Yeah, absolutely. Strong day for him so far. Obviously, there's some things that you could kind of work around with those 11 airs, but overall, so much volume for him today. His 43 attempts on his behalf, around that 21% hit mark. Mosher looking to keep it going. Hollaback. That one's going to be out of play. Cougars backs against the wall right here with no more points to allow. Not only that, they're going to have to find a way to go on a 7-point run if they want to keep this game alive. It's going to be Jace Milka. Gator doing his part. Mosher to Hollaback, and it's sent right back at him. Who else but Ethan Kujela right there? The main event of today. Ethan Kujela doing his part. 15 kills, 24 assists. Don't forget the defense side as well with 8 digs and 3 blocks. I mean, what a strong day and a strong start to that sophomore season for Ethan Kujela. Also, important notes for those Titans. Jace Milka found himself with a very productive, efficient night. 16 kills on those 24 attempts with a 63% hit percent. Swinging over to that Concordia Chicago Cougar side. A lot of players leading the way in kills. Kind of a 4-headed monster. J.R. Stella with 20, as we kind of mentioned. Tyler Hollaback with 15 on 50 attempts. Alex Ford with a strong 11 kills as well, those team-leading 5 blocks. And then the freshman as well, Wyatt Anzenberger-Shea, getting himself in that list with 10 kills as well as 3 blocks at the net. Elliot, kind of give me those closing remarks. What'd you see out of the Cougars so far in their first game of the season?
Yeah, the Cougars are going to go back after this one and be definitely disappointed. First couple sets, they were right there. But there are some bright spots from the match. You know, they're going to go back. There's stuff they have to work on, but being able to pick out those bright spots within the match, like within the third set, is very key. When this is a long season, you know, this is the first game. In the grand scheme, it won't matter as much as it feels like it does right now. So being able to take out those key points and work with those is going to be what they need to do.
Absolutely, Elliot. Thank you for joining me today on this stream. Very first game of the season for Concordia Chicago. They drop it 3-1. Illinois Wesleyan picking up that road win. Safe travels back to Bloomington as always. I'm Dave Dimling signing off, and as always, roll Cougs.
Thank you so much for tuning in to today's Concordia University Chicago Cougars Athletics broadcast. We hope to see you on campus very soon. If you would like to learn more about what Concordia Chicago has to offer, go to cuchicago.edu.